Hi there, and welcome to the Color Comics for a special unboxing. I did this video already once, but there wasn't enough space on this here phone to film video. So anyway, I got some stuff from BMV today. I wanted to show you guys what I got. So there are 7 items in total, and I will definitely recommend BMV. It's a great bookstore in Ontario. If you're ever there, check them out. Unfortunately, I'm not there, but I do avail them. I find them really good. So first off, there is Tomb of Dracula Complete Collection Volume 2. This one has around 500 or so pages in it. And this one here we have Tomb of Dracula 16 to 24, Werewolf by Night number 15, Giant Size Spider-Man number 1, Giant Size Chillers number 1, Giant Size Dracula number 2, Frankenstein 7 to 9. There's a big crossover storyline that they did, and Dracula Lives 5 to 7, which is a black and white magazine. So when you get to that area, you get like this amazing black and white art, but not only that, you get like these stories and sometimes like text articles about like the about Dracula himself. If I have one complaint, is that I wish they would have put, during this period of time, like Hammer was a really big thing, so they were doing all the Hammer horror retrospectives, and they didn't include them in the in this one here, which is a shame, but still a fantastic book to have. A great work. A lot of this is done by Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan, though you get some different artwork here from different people depending on what's being done. Here's the Giant Size Spider-Man that had Dracula in it, and that one here had artwork by, let's see if we had, I don't think we had Colan on this one. No, we had Ross Andrew, was one of the penultimate Spider-Man artists doing that one at that point. Next up is a DC Vertigo title, and it is still in the horror vein. Literally, it is Vamps, the complete collection. So Vamps was a Vertigo series that I used to read. Basically, I used to buy the issues when they were in the store itself. So this is the one that I used to collect. Though I never collected the second or third miniseries, and I did hear that they got better with every miniseries, and that she actually pitched a Vamps movie. So there are some actual like letters pages in here. I think the pitch for the movie is in here as well. There's some great art, and it's fantastic. It was done by Lane Lee and William Simpson, and they pretty much did all of it. There's some great bonus work stuff in here. I'm super stoked by that one. Next up is probably the last Showcase Presents that I'm ever gonna collect, unless I can find some other really good horror and centric ones. So this is Ghost. There's only one volume this done. It has the first 18 issues of the Ghost DC series, and it's really good. There's a lot of really good art in here. Now we didn't know who a lot of the artists were at the time. A lot of them went unknown, though we did have some Wally Wood stuff in here. We had some stuff here by Nicholas Peter Cardy. He did a lot of the covers. Alfredo P. Alcala did a lot of work in here as well. Jim Aparo did some fantastic work in here, and we all know how great Jim Aparo is. So just to give you an idea of some of it here. I'll get you a cover here to kind of, I think they put the covers on these. And it is literally what it is. It's it's ghost stories and stuff. One of the hardest things to find nowadays are these here. At least they have been for me. And this is a collection that was done by Roy Thomas. There was 3 volumes in the collection. I've only been able to find the 3rd, and I just really lucked into this one. It is the Heap. So the Heap is a character that if anybody ever says, well, Man-Thing ripped off Swamp Thing or Swamp Thing ripped off Man-Thing, they're both wrong. They both ripped off this character right here, the Heap. And if you don't believe me, just look. This is from January 1951 to May of 1953. Heap was a character that was in like a lot of different, like I did a lot of backstories in a lot of different comic books. Things like the Black Knight, Airby, I guess most prominently known for. So if there's like an issue here, they go from like issues of, pretty sure most of it's Airby. Yes, pretty much all Airby. I apologize. So, although I know the Black Knight is actually in here, but it's well done. It's not remastered in the same way that you'd see like a remastering for like a DC Comics one or a Marvel Comics one. But the fact that you're able to get like these Heap issues at all in any way, it's incredible. It was a backup character in Airby. A lot of kind of like cool horror stuff. Here's some of the here's an Airby cover, for instance, right there. And that's actually pretty cool. So the only reason I put that cover on there because he was mentioned and on the cover. So when it's a horror-centric Heap story that goes on the Eerie cover, that's when you see that Eerie cover. Next up is another Archives edition, and this one here is The Spirit by Will Eisner. Will Eisner's The Spirit character is one of the greatest characters created for comics, and the fact that he was able to like just go into different genres of whether it be like noir or science fiction or kind of like a superhero mystery type thing to comedy. Will Eisner's Spirit is amazing. Like I say, they're vintage and vital, and this is volume 6. It's from January 43 to June of 43. So it's the 6th volume that was put out, and this one was put out by DC Comics. So it's going to be like, definitely be well done, but it'll be uniquely different when it comes to the inside of the dust jacket. So I'll do reviews on a lot of these later on down the road once I read them. Now here are the big two that I know are going to get the most notice because they're so hard to get. I gotta censor one of these covers. But this is Eerie Volume 7. It collects Eerie issues 32 to 36. Now this one did get a bit banged up, as you can see right there, but it doesn't affect the inside of it. The artwork on the inside is fantastic, as always. And these Eerie covers are incredible. Just the way, I gotta make sure I can show them out. So let me pick one that I can use. There, see, Eerie was like the sister to Creepy magazine. They're both by Warren Publications. Whereas Creepy stuck like primarily with horror, Eerie would go into science fiction and fantasy more so, and they would actually do serialized stories, the horror stories as well, with the Mummy, with Dracula. They actually had a character called, I think, Dax the Destroyer, I think his name was. Not Drax, Dax. Just in case you're wondering. I also have here Eerie Volume 10, which is issue 47 to 51. So this is when they got into a lot of the serialized stories. So you're going to see like the Lilith here, the son of you can see Dracula. Just to give you kind of an idea. There is I think the Living Mummy is in these here as well. I know there's a werewolf story line that's done in here. It's extremely well done. This has great artwork where there's some great stuff by Richard Corbin. I'm pretty sure in Volume 7 we have Bookworm in that issue. It's a Richard Corbin story that I remember actually pretty well. And there's, again, fantastic art. Marvin the Dead Thing. It's actually kind of a comical one. That is in here as well. And the artwork on these here, it's just utterly fantastic. Just look at that. It's Marvin the Dead Thing right there, I think. One is the loneliest number. Anyway, these are fantastic. So I would like to thank the company because they just do fantastic work. Anytime I order from them, it comes extremely fast. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks for watching. My name is Aaron. Thanks for joining me to Call to Comics for a epic comic haul. And this is definitely an epic haul because most of the things that I showed you are out of print right now. So if you're lucky enough to come across any of these Eerie or Eerie archives or Creepy archives or that Heap archive thing, or even the early Spirit ones, grab them up because they can't be got anymore. Even the Showcase Presents ones, you can still find some of them a bit cheaper, but again, they are they're no longer being printed. So if you found one out in the wild, congratulations, because they stopped doing the Showcase Presents and the Marvel Essentials a few years back. I'm Aaron. As always, there is always another collected edition, but there is only one of you. So treat yourself kindly, treat others kindly, and I will see you next time right here in Call Comics.